You are the most important person in this whole show. It's you, man. Like, think about this. Just this blows my mind, right? Whenever you're dealing with another person, you're dealing with you. You're dealing with your family, you're dealing with you. You're dealing with work, you're dealing with you. You're dealing with your dreams, your ambitions. Anything that you're dealing with is not outside of you. It's 100% you, about you. I'm not here to talk about selfishness. This is not what this is about. This video is probably the most important video that I put out there so far, in my opinion, because this is what really makes you free. This is what really take you to higher places. You know what that is? It's not giving up. You cannot care that much about what anybody else thinks about you, because that's the trap. Every human on earth have experienced abandonment. I'm gonna explain why every human in the world have experienced abandonment. Because this is not home. Because your true family is not here. Because you are in awareness disconnected from the source of your creation. How must you feel, right? So what happened is, because we feel so alone in here, we start latching onto these relationships around us. Our mom, our dad, our siblings, our friends, classmates, co-workers, spouse, children, grandchildren, and the list go on and on and on and on, because that yearning of family, of being home, is being fulfilled. It's being replaced as we engage with these other people, right? But you know what's happening? Little by little, we start allowing for that need of companionship, for that abandonment to take over our decision making. Now we start caring too much about what others think about me. Anytime that I find myself out of peace, it's because I'm allowing someone else's view of the situation to affect mine, view of me to affect me, right? So I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so excited. Welcome to the channel. Like, subscribe, share. Please share. If you know somebody that needs this message, share it. Stop caring about what anybody else think about you. I'm not 100% there. I promise you. I'm still actually, this is the one that will take you your whole life to figure out, because everything in life has to go through this process of individuality, because everything is processed here. We really need to start being very certain about who we are. And you know how that process happens? That's what this video is about. Because I want to give you something. Every time I get in front of this camera, in front of you, in your ears, I want to give you something. What I want to give you today is the confidence to let you know that you are already there. You are you. Simple. It sounds abecedarian. It sounds really elementary. It sounds really basic, right? But you are the main character. So the way that I've been doing this for myself, and that I've seen others come to their full potential, to their max expression of their soul, is by being okay with what they have in front of them. What's there now is, I'm grumpy. That's it. That's me. I'm hateful. That's me. I'm happy. I'm joyful. I'm forgiving. That's me. I'm lazy. Don't want to do much. That's me. You know, whatever it is that you find in front of you, right? Whatever it is that you find in front of you right now is perfect. It's perfect the way it is, because it's all you have. If you die this next second, You took that with you. And you have to deal with that. How do you gain confidence about the person that stares you in front of the mirror? I'm not talking about false confidence. I can do this, I can do that. Oh, I'm awesome at this, I'm great. But no, not that kind of confidence. I'm talking about confidence in your soul and your spirit, in knowing that this body is carrying that you came here to experience these emotions, that you came here to experience those relationships, that you came here to experience that which you are not, that behind you, behind or above or around or below, it's the true you, the true me, the person that is creating in other places, the person that is full, complete. How do you gain that confidence here? How do you go past what's in front of you and you get to see more of you? The process is the same for everything that I speak of. It's about knowing where you stand today. This started happening to me in prison. In prison, there's a lot of pretenders, gangs. It's kind of like very segregated. You know, the white people hang out with the white people, the Spanish hang with the Spanish people, the black people hang out with the black people, the Asian hang out together. You know, it's very segregated. I didn't like that. I started noticing who others were, and I started seeing who I was. I started realizing that, and this happened so early too, when we put our hands on the dashboard of the car, I had a bunch of rifles pointing at me. The first thought that came to my mind is like, my life is finished. I'm done. I done fucked up this time. It was such a defeating thought. Like, I almost felt like I was about to stop being, to disappear, like it's over. Like, that was the feeling. I was like, this shit is over. Oh, I put my hands on the dashboard and I was done. But then they take me out the car. You know, they didn't hit me or shoot me or anything. They just, you know, arrested me, put me in the back of the car, and I was still there. You know, they had me take my clothes off, put me on a paper suit, a Tyvek suit, whatever you call it. I was still there. It was cold. They didn't give me no blanket. They gave me a paper blanket. What the fuck is that? Paper blanket. Still super cold. I'm sitting there, and I was there. For a little while, I was almost on a daze, realizing that I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. So when I was in that process, I realized that I am, that I'm still here, that I'm still figuring things out, that I can still go take a program and get better. Studied business while I was in there. Got a diploma in business management. Went to a keyboard course and behavior modification, and then I was part of but I realized that I was me. I started finding my identity. I started realizing that when I seen these guys that were like moving through different groups in there, I realized that they were trying to find them separate from the pressure from the outside. When I came home, that's a very hard process, you know, to come home from zero, such an ambitious person. I had a specific family member that always made me feel like I wasn't supposed to have gone to jail. And I'm like, but I went. I came home already. Like, why are we talking about this? Why are you so concerned about I wasn't supposed to waste or spend that time in prison? But I was so grateful for that time. I still am so grateful for that time, because that's where I had that aha moment that I started realizing that I am. Another thing that happened when I was locked up is I I met my higher self, God, because I was done with religion. When I first started there, I was part of the Bible study. Then I was running the Bible study. But I kept getting into trouble. And last time, it wasn't even anything I did. And they punished me. And that caused me to stay locked up for longer, because parole gave me a hit because of this charge that this cop had fabricated, that this correctional officer. And I was in the hole in segregation, and I was so bitter against God. Like, I was like, man, all this bullshit, God, blah, 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 you don't even exist. When I felt that separate, that far away from source, from that power, that energy that had given me life eons ago, right? And this part of me felt so separate, so sick of it. And before I can utter words of disdain and contempt towards that energy that I understand better now, it was a part of me. Before I could speak ill against that, I couldn't talk, and I started crying and crying and crying and crying. And then I said, you know, God, if you're out there, you heard this prayer before, teach me, you teach me. I don't want to learn from anything else but you. And you know what? It did. It happened. That's when I took this path of self-realization, of everything. That started meditating, started connecting. It was just magical how everything changed, how all the coincidences and all the everything that happened came to be. That was the way that I began seeing me, understanding me. And I'm still in the process that, like I said, this is not, this is something that is only a mindset. You'll never attain fully this mindset while you're in the body, because of that separation that I was talking about. You don't get to experience the full glory, the fullness of who your soul is while you're in the body, right? So it's almost impossible to be 100% at this. But when you close your eyes and you see behind the ego is nothing wrong with that. That's the identity that you have on earth. But when you see beyond, past that identity, you start realizing that there is something behind that identity, the thinker, that always is. And that's what's going to bring you the confidence to stand up and liberate yourself. Because when you're challenged by other beings, that doesn't only happen here. That happens outside of here too. You're going to have to be secure in your stance. You got to stand on your own 2 feet, knowing that you are, right? So same thing here. When you're dealing with a person that's difficult, or any kind of person, you kind of have to know your place in order for them not to walk all over you. Whenever you're executing at your job, at your business, you got to be confident of who you are, your skill set. And the way that we do that, I'm getting there, is by giving yourself credit. Check it out. You cannot be where you're not. Sounds silly, sounds like, oh, duh. No, but that's true. You cannot be where you're not. So celebrate where you are. I started loving myself truly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You've seen this in a bunch of videos that I made. But this is so important that you understand that we're recapping, that we're going there again. You, the shitty individual that you find in front of you, the loving individual that you find in front of you, the hateful individual that you find in front of you, the argumentative individual that you find in front of you, the immature person that you see in front of you, the broke, financially illiterate person that you see in front of you, the phenomenal communicator that you see in front of you, the great spouse that you see in front of you, even when it's not reciprocated, the great parent that you see in front of you. That's the good, that's the bad, the ugly, all of it. It's you, and you cannot be anywhere else. You cannot be anywhere else. You are where you are. I was watching a video about time traveling. The funny thing about time traveling, is that you're supposedly a mirror in Russia, that anyone who got in there got certain abilities and they got to see past, present, whatever, right? What they were talking about that is that though you feel as though you're going there, either of those places you're not. You're bringing all that to you because it's always available. So that's the magic of understanding who you are right now. You take yourself out of the past. My children had me right here, in the palm of their hand, my older ones. Because I was always, since I left prison, I tried to make up for lost time and allowing them a lot of things that I didn't allow anyone else to do. And because I was in the past, I had the guilt of having gone to prison and being away from their life for about 6 years, right? Sometimes I'm far in the future, like, when is this gonna end? Or seeing a successful business, or thinking about my daughters in high school, because a lot of people always say that to me. So you gotta watch when they're in high school, blah blah, because they're so alive, so alert, so themselves, that people are like, oh crap, these kids are gonna be a handful. They already are a handful. So anytime that I get myself out of the present, like, I am not living the max expression of my soul, because the max expression of my soul is happening right here, right now. That never changes. You never move into the future. You never live the past. Yeah, you bring it to you. Most of us bring it to ourselves in the wrong way. When you start counting your blessings, giving myself the credit that I deserve, that I've gotten this far, even with all those misfortunes, that I still get to observe the person that I am, even when I don't like parts of that person. You got to give yourself credit. You got to stop trying to be where you're not, my friends. You have to really look at what you are, who you are, and be okay with that 100%. That is the max expression of your soul. So what happened with that is that automatically miracles are going to start happening. The more credit you give that person, the more you see who that person is, the better handle you're going to have on that person. The more you're going to realize the things that have been detrimental to you about that person, about that ego, about that which you picked up along the way, that personality. You see, when you go beyond the mask, when you pass what's in front of you, what you get to see now, and you go beyond that and you see what's behind that, which is you that exist separate from, and not fully separate, because you could tell you cannot fully separate yourself from the ego. Obviously, it's attached to the mind and the emotion, right? But when you for a split second can say, holy crap, I exist, I am. None of these things that I gave value to have any power over me being. That's what I'm saying. You are the most important part of all of this. You setting your feet in the ground and saying, no, I'm here. I'm here, and I'm going to sing because I want to. I'm going to be quiet because I want to. I want to move away from here because I want to. I want to break up with you because I want to. I want to stay with you because I want to. I want to engage with you because I want to. I want to follow that dream because I want to. I want to experience. I want to feel myself outside of everything else. Yesterday, I woke up super early before sunrise because I was by the beach. I told you I was going to the beach. So got up super early, drove to the beach, had a phenomenal experience, seeing a couple ships visiting me. They always do. Whenever I match their frequency, whenever I'm floating high, I get to see their ships There was a huge thunderstorm. There were some weird lights by the thunderstorm, which I found very weird. And it was there the whole time that I watched the sun come up, and the thunderstorm was still there, in the ocean. It's just amazing morning. It was just so magical. Everything about it, the air, all the birds, the people running in the beach, not many, but a few people walking and with their dog. And I don't know, it was just so magical. I was so fulfilled. I felt like I was so grateful, but I felt so full, like almost like stuffed with beauty, with greatness, with just so, I was so connected to, it was so grand. I promise you, that's how I felt. And I'm driving home, and I'm like this, so like grateful, smiling, like I felt so full. So the girls were still sleeping, and I get in the bed. All three of them are sleeping. The girls and my girlfriend, they're all sleeping there. I lay on the bed, cuddle with them, get warm under the sheets. They woke up. So I started kind of playing with the little ones, whatever, just giving them kisses, hugging them, and Lily's got a loose tooth, so she's showing me, so I'm trying to take it out, but just sharing my fullness with them. That's all it was. I was feeling great, and I wanted to engage with them. But they had a bad attitude. They woke up grumpy with the grumps, and they're like, "Ah, don't touch me, don't tickle me." I'm like, "Okay, I'll leave you alone." And their mom stopped saying, "Yeah, stop trying to pull their teeth, blah, blah, blah." So I was just wiggling it, like just playing with them. They were all with the grumpy. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Okay, I'll leave you all alone. She's like, "Come back. Why are you taking it personal?" I didn't even respond, because I share this because I don't really care how no one feels about anything. Not all the time, but for the most part, I don't really care. Not even if my kids, you want to feel like that, cool. I went, I'm trying to give you love. You don't want to reciprocate it. I'm not going to stay here being mistreated. A lot of people don't even want to recognize that their children mistreat them. I don't care that they're young. They still being kind of rude because I'm trying to give them love, and they just like, get out of here. Okay, so you're grumpy. I'm not going to allow you to treat me like that. I just left. I went back to what I was doing, to my state of mind. I was in great emotional shape. I went work on the channel. I was editing something. Lily came out, and she looked at me like that where I was, and she smiled. She's like, "Daddy," she's in a good mood now. I played with her for a little bit, kept working. Same thing. Ivy got up in a good mood. They came. Kellyanne got up, did her thing. Whenever I saw her, everything was great. What would have happened if I engaged with Kellyanne saying, "Wow, y'all," that's all, all I said is like, "I'm not gonna deal with the rudeness," and I left. But if I be like, if she's like, "You so rude. Why would you do that? Why you take it personal?" I didn't take it personal. I just didn't want to deal with the rudeness. I don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to deal with anyone's rudeness. That's your choice. It could be your children. Like my kids, like I said, they used to own me. Not anymore. Now you're not going to be disrespectful to me. You're not going to treat me like that, because I don't treat you like that. And it's not personal, but I own space on this earth. I own space on this earth. You own space on this earth, right? You exist, right? Love that which exists. Because everything that you're experiencing on this life, relationships, finances, your profession, your dog, your cat, your neighborhood, everything is so temporary. It will not be forever. So temporary. You gain that confidence about you, and you give yourself that credit when you become grateful. When you become grateful, when you start seeing everything in your life as a blessing, whatever it is, I had the opportunity to experience it. Therefore, it's awesome. I went to jail. I went to prison for almost 6 years. It was a challenge to re-enter society. People judge you. They don't know you. They see your rap sheet and they stigmatize you. But I'm grateful. I've been in front of death a bunch of times, but I'm grateful. I went bankrupt. I'm happy. I'm grateful for that too. I'm grateful for the times where I had zero in my bank account. It didn't stay like that. And even if it goes down, back down to that, it won't stay like that. And if it stay like that, it's because everybody's money is gone too. Because if I have the ability to go, I'm grateful for that ability. You know, I've broken my body, but without feeling that pain, I wouldn't be able to heal myself. I wouldn't be able to relate to somebody who's going through pain. You know, I'm grateful for the people that's come out of my life. At that time, I didn't want to. You know, we resist that, right? I don't want to break up with her, with him. I don't want to break up with her. And then, when you find that other beautiful person that loves you so hard, that you have so much in common, that you don't fight with the way you fought with this other one, you're like, oh shit, now I know. I had better things ahead of me. Right? That person that's in front of you is all you have. Be grateful for that. Be grateful for every aspect of that person's life. When you do that, you start seeing the pockets that deserve attention, that deserve your care, that deserve your focus. You are the main actor, and you play in a stage where anyone can come in and play their part. But the main actor in that action movie, romantic comedy, horror story movie, that love story, that thriller, it's you. You're the Denzel. You're the Jennifer Aniston. Right? Or whatever, whoever it is. You know, I don't care. I don't know. I know Denzel pretty cool. You are that who stand in the center stage. Everybody else is a supporting actor. Why would you not take your role and shine today? The good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what? Sometimes you need that ugly to come out. Embrace it. Be okay with it. And use it when you need it. When you don't need it, it's there. It become dormant. If you wanted to. That good, use it. Don't be so good that they walk all over you like me sometimes. Put myself in situations to help somebody out. Put myself in situations that I regret. Because the other person's just plain old taking advantage, right? When you find yourself in those situations, be okay with it because you put yourself there and that's you. You're experiencing that. Embrace that and move past it. On to the next experience. And what that does is you bring that new person with that experience, with that knowledge, with that wisdom into the next scene. When someone else enters your life and you start seeing, I know this already. I have enough wisdom. Now you start selecting who you work with. Okay, we're going to be in this scene together. Action! And you do that scene together. You go do the next scene. But the main actor, the main character is you. Take that role seriously. Because that's what gives you access. You want to exit the body? Sing that day if you feel like singing. Fight that day if you feel like fighting. Eat what you want to eat if you feel like eating it. As long as you are expressing the max expression of you, you're going to access that which is you, which live in those places. They'll give you the access. It's there right now as you waiting for you to join it And you're going to join it regardless. It may be from out of this launching pad, or it may be from other location, but you'll meet the full version of you. No way around that. You want to do it today? Do it now. Do it here. Do it here now, because that's what you have. If no one told you today that they love you, I love you. I want to recap real quick and then we'll be done. This video went a little long, but it's very important. Number one, realize that you are. Regardless of what happened, you're here. I am. That's it. Number two, be okay with what you see. This person that I am, it's this, is that, is this, whatever it is, it's you. And that's okay. Can't be where you're not. Number three, be grateful. Be grateful for everything that person have experienced, because that's what you came to experience. No way around that. Then be selective. Be selective of who you allow to hop on that stage with. Who do you want to engage while you're in that stage being the main actor? Not everybody get to play in your scene. You choose that. Even if they come get in the stage, you don't have to go through the movie with them. It's your choice. If no one told you today that they love you, I love you. Make it a great day. Peace. See you on the other side. Love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you.